Imagine waking up every day with a sense of inner peace, knowing that no matter what the world throws at you, you have the tools to handle it with grace and clarity. Picture a life where you are no longer a puppet to your own impulses, but a master of your choices and actions. This is not some distant, unattainable dream. It's a way of living that has been practiced and perfected for centuries, a way of living that can be yours through the principles of Stoicism. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that has stood the test of time, not because it offers some magical solution to all of life's problems, but because it provides a framework for making rational, thoughtful decisions that lead to a fulfilled and meaningful life. One of the foundational ideas of Stoicism, as emphasized by the great Roman emperor Marcus Aurelius, is that the beauty of our lives is rooted in the beauty of our choices. Every decision you make is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life, and with each stroke, you have the power to create a masterpiece. So, let's dive into the first lesson that Stoicism offers us, the role of perception. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This simple yet profound statement underscores the importance of how we perceive the world around us. Perception is not just about what we see. It's about how we interpret and react to the events and circumstances of our lives. Many of us live as if we are puppets, yanked this way and that by our impulses, emotions, and external pressures. But Stoicism teaches us that we can cut those strings and take control of our own minds. Perception is the key to freedom. It's the lens through which we view the world, and that lens can either be cloudy with irrational fears and desires or clear with rational understanding and acceptance. The Stoics believe that by transforming our perception, we could see beyond the superficial chaos of everyday life and focus on what truly matters. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It requires practice and self-discipline. It's about training your mind to see things as they are, not as you wish they were or as you fear they might be. Consider this. When faced with a difficult situation, do you immediately react with anger, frustration, or anxiety? Or do you take a moment to step back, analyze the situation rationally, and choose a response that aligns with your values and goals? The Stoics teach us that the latter approach is the path to true inner peace. By controlling our perception, we can control our emotions and reactions. We become the masters of our own minds, no longer swayed by the external forces that once dictated our lives. Let's delve deeper into how we can achieve this mastery of the mind. It starts with an understanding that our initial perceptions and reactions are often influenced by societal pressures and ingrained habits. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with images and messages telling us how we should think, feel, and act. But Stoicism urges us to step back from this noise and focus on our own rationality. It's about questioning our automatic responses and asking ourselves whether they are truly in line with our values and principles. This process of questioning and reflection leads us to a greater awareness of ourselves and our actions. It's about recognizing that we have the power to choose our responses, no matter what the situation. This doesn't mean ignoring our emotions or pretending they don't exist. Rather, it's about understanding that our emotions are often the result of our perceptions, and by changing our perceptions, we can change how we feel. For example, imagine you are stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. Your initial perception might be one of frustration and stress. You might think, "This traffic is ruining my day." But a Stoic would challenge that perception and ask, "Is the traffic really ruining my day? Or is it my reaction to the traffic that's causing my stress?" By reframing the situation, you can choose to see it as an opportunity to practice patience and mindfulness, rather than letting it ruin your mood. This shift in perception is not about denying reality or being overly optimistic. It's about accepting reality as it is and choosing a rational response that aligns with your values. It's about recognizing that while you may not have control over external events, you always have control over your own mind. This is the essence of Stoic freedom, the freedom to choose your own path, regardless of what life throws at you. As you begin to master your perception, you will also find that you become more resilient in the face of challenges. Life is full of uncertainties and obstacles, but with a Stoic mindset, you can face them with a sense of calm and confidence. You understand that while you cannot change the world around you, you can change how you respond to it. This inner strength is what allows you to maintain your peace and composure even in the most difficult of circumstances. In conclusion, the Stoics teach us that perception is the key to freedom. By transforming our perception, we can see beyond the superficial chaos of everyday life and focus on what truly matters. We can control our emotions and reactions, leading to a life of inner peace and fulfillment. This mastery of the mind is not something that happens overnight, but with practice and self-discipline, it is achievable for anyone. So, as you go about your day, remember that the beauty of your life is rooted in the beauty of your choices. Choose to see the world through a lens of rationality and acceptance, and you will find that you are no longer a puppet to your impulses, but a master of your own destiny. Now that we've explored the power of perception and its transformative potential, let's delve into the next crucial lesson Stoicism offers: mastering the mind. Understanding your perception is the first step, but true mastery comes from consistent practice and intentionality in reshaping your thoughts and reactions. Perception is indeed the lens, but controlling that lens involves a deeper commitment to self-awareness. Imagine your mind as a garden. Left unattended, it can become overgrown with weeds, negative thoughts, irrational fears, and unproductive habits. But with careful cultivation, you can grow flowers of wisdom, resilience, and inner peace. This cultivation requires daily effort, and it begins with the realization that your mind is yours to shape. The Stoics believed that our thoughts and beliefs are within our control. While external events are beyond our grasp, our internal world, our judgments, emotions, and actions are ours to govern. This principle may seem simple, but it is profoundly empowering. By taking responsibility for your inner world, you reclaim your personal freedom. Consider the concept of cognitive distancing, a technique the Stoics practiced to gain perspective on their thoughts. When you feel overwhelmed by a negative emotion, step back and observe it as if it were happening to someone else. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is this emotion based on a rational assessment of the situation, or is it a reaction to an irrational belief or expectation? This distancing allows you to assess your emotions objectively, reducing their power over you. Another powerful tool in mastering the mind is the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or distraction. It's about observing your thoughts and feelings without becoming entangled in them. The Stoics practiced mindfulness through daily self-reflection, a habit that can transform your relationship with your own mind. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on your actions and thoughts. Ask yourself, did I act in accordance with my values today? Did I allow irrational thoughts or emotions to dictate my behavior? This practice not only enhances self-awareness but also reinforces your commitment to rationality and virtue. As you cultivate mindfulness and cognitive distancing, you'll find that your mind becomes a more stable and peaceful place. You'll be better equipped to handle life's challenges with grace and composure. But mastering the mind is not just about managing your thoughts. It's also about setting boundaries and protecting your mental space from toxic influences. Relationships are powerful forces that shape our journey through life. They can be sources of joy, support, and growth, but they can also be sources of stress, conflict, and negativity. The Stoics emphasized the importance of rationality and discernment in managing relationships. They taught that we should surround ourselves with people who uplift and inspire us and distance ourselves from those who drain our energy and disrupt our peace. Letting go of toxic relationships is a courageous act of self-respect. It's about recognizing that your mental and emotional well-being is paramount and that you have the right to protect it. This doesn't mean cutting people off at the first sign of trouble. Every relationship has its ups and downs. But it does mean being honest with yourself about the impact certain relationships have on your life. Ask yourself, does this relationship align with my values? Does it bring out the best in me? Does it contribute to my growth and happiness? If the answer is no, it may be time to reconsider the role that person plays in your life. This can be a difficult decision, especially if the relationship is long-standing or involves family members. But remember, you are not obligated to sacrifice your well-being for the sake of maintaining a toxic connection. In letting go of toxic relationships, you create space for healthier, more fulfilling connections to enter your life. You also reaffirm your commitment to living a life guided by rationality and virtue. This act of discernment strengthens your inner citadel, the fortress of your mind that the Stoics believed was the ultimate source of freedom and resilience. Acceptance is another cornerstone of Stoic philosophy that aids in mastering the mind. The Stoics taught that we should accept what we cannot change and focus our energy on what we can control. This acceptance is not about resignation or passivity. It's about recognizing the limits of our influence and choosing to respond with wisdom and grace. Imagine a storm raging outside your window. You cannot control the weather, but you can control how you prepare and respond to it. You can choose to panic and despair, or you can choose to stay calm, take necessary precautions, and wait for the storm to pass. The same principle applies to life's challenges. By accepting what you cannot change, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering and focus your energy on constructive actions. Rationality is the guiding light that helps you navigate life's complexities. It's about making decisions based on reason and evidence, rather than emotions or impulses. When faced with a difficult choice, take a step back and ask yourself, what is the rational course of action here? What decision aligns with my values and long-term goals? Rationality offers a steady foundation for decision-making and inner peace. It allows you to approach life's challenges with a clear mind and an open heart. It helps you to see beyond the immediate emotional turmoil and focus on what truly matters. By cultivating rationality, you build a strong inner foundation that can weather any storm. In summary, mastering the mind is a journey that begins with transforming your perception and continues with daily practices of mindfulness, cognitive distancing, and self-reflection. It involves setting boundaries and letting go of toxic relationships to protect your mental space. It requires acceptance of what you cannot change and a steadfast commitment to rationality. This journey is not easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. By taking control of your mind, you reclaim your personal freedom and pave the way for a life of inner peace and fulfillment. As we move deeper into the teachings of Stoicism, understanding perception and mastering the mind lay a strong foundation, but the journey towards true inner peace and personal freedom doesn't stop there. One of the most impactful lessons Stoicism imparts is the significance of letting go of toxic relationships. Relationships are integral parts of our lives. They shape our experiences, influence our emotions, and contribute significantly to our personal growth or stagnation. Imagine your relationships as the environment in which your inner garden grows. Just as plants need the right conditions to flourish, your mind and spirit require nurturing, supportive relationships to thrive. Negative relationships, on the other hand, can be like weeds, sapping your energy and stunting your growth. Recognizing and addressing these toxic influences is essential to cultivating a healthy, balanced life. Toxic relationships are often subtle in their damage. They may stem from long-standing friendships, family ties, or romantic connections that, on the surface, seem too valuable to sever. However, the Stoics teach us to view these relationships through the lens of rationality and virtue. Are these connections promoting your well-being, or are they causing you unnecessary stress and turmoil? The first step in letting go of toxic relationships is to evaluate them honestly and objectively. It's important to understand that letting go does not necessarily mean cutting someone out of your life entirely. It can mean setting boundaries that protect your mental and emotional health. Boundaries are not walls. They are guidelines that help maintain a healthy balance in your relationships. They allow you to engage with others from a place of strength rather than vulnerability. Establishing these boundaries requires courage and self-respect, qualities that are deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Consider a friendship that has become draining and one-sided. Every interaction leaves you feeling exhausted or unappreciated. You may fear that addressing this issue will lead to conflict or the end of the friendship. However, by not addressing it, you are allowing the relationship to continue harming your well-being. Approach the situation with honesty and compassion. Communicate your feelings and set clear limits on what you are willing to tolerate. This act of boundary setting is a powerful assertion of your right to a healthy, balanced life. Letting go of toxic relationships also involves understanding the nature of attachment. The Stoics believed that excessive attachment to anything external, whether people, possessions, or status, leads to suffering. This is because external elements are inherently unstable and beyond our full control. When we base our happiness or sense of self-worth on these external factors, we set ourselves up for disappointment and distress. Instead, the Stoics advocate for cultivating internal sources of strength and contentment. When your sense of peace and self-worth comes from within, you become less dependent on others' approval or validation. This internal shift makes it easier to let go of relationships that no longer serve you because your happiness is not tethered to them. You realize that your well-being is not contingent on maintaining harmful connections. Embracing this perspective requires a shift in mindset. It involves recognizing that you are complete and worthy on your own without needing external validation. It also means accepting that some people may not understand or support your decision to let go of a toxic relationship. This can be challenging, but remember that your primary responsibility is to your own well-being and personal growth. Letting go of toxic relationships is not an act of selfishness. It is an act of self-preservation and respect. It allows you to create space for positive, nurturing relationships that contribute to your growth and happiness. It frees you from the emotional burden of unhealthy connections and empowers you to live more authentically and joyfully. In the process of letting go, you may also encounter feelings of guilt or fear. These emotions are natural, but they should not deter you from taking necessary actions for your well-being. Guilt often arises from a misplaced sense of responsibility for others' happiness. Remember that you are not responsible for fixing or saving others at the expense of your own health. Fear, on the other hand, may stem from the uncertainty of change and the unknown. Embrace this uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and new beginnings. As you navigate this process, it can be helpful to engage in practices that reinforce your commitment to self-care and rationality. Daily self-reflection, mindfulness, and journaling are powerful tools for processing your emotions and gaining clarity. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who respect your boundaries and encourage your growth. Seek guidance from mentors or counselors if needed, as they can provide valuable insights and support. By letting go of toxic relationships, you are aligning with the Stoic principles of rationality, virtue, and personal freedom. You're taking a stand for your mental and emotional health and creating a foundation for a more fulfilling life. This act of courage and discernment not only enhances your well-being but also sets a positive example for others. It shows that it is possible to live a life guided by inner strength and rationality, even in the face of challenging relationships. In conclusion, letting go of toxic relationships is a transformative step towards personal liberation and inner peace. It requires honesty, courage, and a deep commitment to your own well-being. By setting boundaries and embracing internal sources of strength, you free yourself from the detrimental effects of harmful connections and pave the way for healthier, more fulfilling relationships. This journey is not without its challenges, but the rewards of greater clarity, peace, and personal growth are well worth the effort. If you're finding value in this message and want to continue exploring these empowering principles, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more insights on living a purposeful and fulfilling life. Acceptance of what we cannot change is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, granting us tranquility and freedom. Imagine carrying a heavy stone everywhere you go, representing your struggles against life's inevitable challenges. The stone becomes a burden, weighing down your spirit and clouding your mind. Stoicism teaches that by accepting the unchangeable aspects of life, we can set down that heavy stone and walk lighter, unburdened by futile efforts to control what lies beyond our reach. This acceptance is not about resignation or passivity. It's about recognizing the limits of our influence and focusing our energies on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and responses. The Stoics refer to this as the dichotomy of control, a pivotal concept that distinguishes between what is within our power and what is not. When we align our efforts with this understanding, we conserve our emotional and mental resources, enabling us to respond to life's challenges with greater clarity and resilience. Consider a situation where a loved one falls ill. The initial reaction might be to feel helpless or overwhelmed by worry. However, no amount of fretting can change the reality of the illness. What lies within your control is how you choose to respond. Whether you offer support, seek medical advice, or find ways to comfort yourself and others. By accepting the situation as it is and focusing on actionable steps, you transform a potentially paralyzing circumstance into an opportunity for compassionate and constructive action. Rationality, as the guiding light in navigating life's complexities, fortifies this acceptance. Rationality helps you discern between irrational fears and legitimate concerns, enabling you to make decisions based on reason rather than emotion. In moments of crisis or uncertainty, a rational mind acts as a steady compass, guiding you through turbulent waters with calm and deliberate choices. Imagine facing a significant career setback, such as losing a job. The emotional response might be one of panic, anger, or despair. However, by engaging your rational mind, you can evaluate the situation more objectively. What are the immediate steps you need to take? How can you leverage your skills and experience to find new opportunities? What lessons can be learned from this experience? Rationality empowers you to see beyond the immediate emotional turmoil and craft a thoughtful plan for moving forward. This rational approach dovetails with the Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This exercise involves contemplating potential challenges and adversities before they occur, not to dwell on negativity, but to prepare oneself mentally and emotionally. By anticipating difficulties, you equip yourself with strategies to handle them, reducing their emotional impact and enhancing your ability to respond effectively. Rationality also plays a crucial role in managing our expectations and desires. The Stoics teach that unrealistic expectations often lead to disappointment and suffering. By applying rationality, you can temper your expectations to align more closely with reality, fostering a sense of contentment and peace. This does not mean lowering your standards or aspirations, but rather approaching them with a balanced and grounded perspective. For instance, pursuing a challenging goal, such as running a marathon, requires dedication and hard work. Rationality helps you set realistic training schedules, understand your physical limits, and celebrate incremental progress. By managing your expectations rationally, you not only enhance your chances of success but also enjoy the journey more fully, appreciating each step as a valuable part of the process. In moments where rationality might waver, Stoicism offers another powerful tool: self-reflection. Daily self-reflection fosters self-awareness, accountability, and personal growth. It is through this practice that you can examine your thoughts, actions, and motives, ensuring they align with your values and principles. Self-reflection acts as a mirror, revealing areas for improvement and celebrating progress. Imagine ending each day with a few minutes of quiet contemplation. Reflect on your interactions, decisions, and emotional responses. Were they guided by rationality and virtue? Did you act in accordance with your values? What could you have done differently? This process of introspection not only enhances your self-awareness but also reinforces your commitment to personal growth and excellence. Self-reflection also illuminates the transient nature of life, reminding us of our impermanence. Embracing impermanence and living in the present moment cultivates freedom. When you fully grasp that everything, both joys and sorrows, is temporary, you begin to cherish the present with greater intensity and appreciation. You release the grip of past regrets and future anxieties, allowing yourself to be fully immersed in the here and now. Consider a beautiful sunset or a heartfelt conversation with a friend. In these moments, recognizing their fleeting nature enhances their value. You become more present, more attentive, and more grateful. This mindfulness enriches your experiences, weaving a tapestry of meaningful moments that compose a fulfilling life. Building an inner citadel, a fortress of inner strength and resilience, is essential in this journey. This citadel is constructed through consistent practice of Stoic principles: rationality, acceptance, self-reflection, and mindfulness. It becomes a sanctuary where you can retreat in times of external chaos, finding solace and stability within yourself. This inner fortress is not impenetrable, but it provides a stronghold from which you can face life's challenges with fortitude and grace. Virtue, the only true good according to Stoicism, serves as the bedrock of this inner citadel. Virtue encompasses qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It is through the cultivation of these virtues that you achieve moral excellence and true freedom. Unlike external possessions or achievements, virtue is entirely within your control and remains a steadfast source of fulfillment and purpose. Wisdom guides your decisions, helping you navigate complexities with clarity and insight. Courage empowers you to face fears and challenges with bravery. Justice ensures that you act with fairness and integrity towards others. Temperance fosters balance and self-control, enabling you to resist excess and maintain harmony. Together, these virtues create a robust framework for living a meaningful and liberated life. As you integrate these principles into your daily existence, you begin to experience the profound transformation that Stoicism offers. You cultivate an inner landscape of peace and resilience, unshaken by external circumstances. You build relationships based on mutual respect and support, letting go of those that hinder your growth. You embrace life's impermanence with gratitude and presence, savoring each moment as a precious gift. And above all, you anchor yourself in virtue, the true north that guides you towards a life of excellence and fulfillment. By adopting these Stoic practices, you not only enhance your own well-being but also inspire those around you. Your example becomes a beacon of rationality, courage, and compassion, illuminating the path for others to follow. If you found this message empowering and wish to continue this journey of self-discovery and growth, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us bring more valuable content to you and others seeking to live their best lives. Challenges, though often perceived as adversities, are profound opportunities for growth and pathways to virtue. When faced with difficulties, whether personal or professional, the Stoic mindset invites us to view these moments as tests of character and resilience. Adversity reveals our true selves, stripping away pretenses and exposing the core of our being. It is in these moments that we have the chance to rise above, to demonstrate courage, patience, and wisdom, and to grow stronger as a result. Consider the story of Hercules, a figure often referenced by the Stoics. His path was fraught with trials and labors, each more daunting than the last. Yet, it was precisely through overcoming these challenges that he achieved greatness. Similarly, our own struggles, whether they be in the form of personal loss, professional setbacks, or internal battles, can become the crucibles that forge our strength and virtue. By embracing challenges rather than avoiding them, we transform obstacles into stepping stones on our path to excellence. Daily self-reflection enhances this process of growth. It is through consistent self-examination that we gain clarity about our actions, motivations, and areas for improvement. This practice is akin to polishing a mirror, enabling us to see ourselves more clearly and truthfully. Each day provides a fresh opportunity to reflect on our progress, celebrate our successes, and learn from our mistakes. This commitment to self-awareness fosters personal accountability and continuous improvement, essential components of a virtuous life. Imagine ending each evening with a quiet moment of introspection. Reflect on the day's events. How did you respond to challenges? Were your actions aligned with your values and principles? What lessons can you draw from your experiences? This daily ritual not only reinforces your commitment to personal growth, but also cultivates a deeper sense of self-understanding and purpose. It is through this ongoing dialogue with oneself that true transformation occurs. Embracing impermanence and living fully in the present moment further enhances our journey toward freedom and inner peace. Life's transient nature is a reality that can either cause anxiety or inspire mindfulness and appreciation. When we accept the impermanence of all things, we learn to cherish the present moment, recognizing its uniqueness and fleeting beauty. This awareness encourages us to live more fully, to engage with life wholeheartedly, and to find joy in the simple, everyday experiences that often go unnoticed. Consider the fleeting beauty of a blooming flower or a passing sunset. These moments, though brief, hold immense value when we are fully present to appreciate them. Similarly, our interactions with loved ones, the small victories in our daily lives, and even the challenges we face become more meaningful when we embrace their temporary nature. This mindfulness transforms the mundane into the extraordinary, enriching our lives with a sense of gratitude and wonder. Building an inner citadel of strength and resilience is crucial in maintaining this mindset. This inner fortress is constructed through the consistent practice of Stoic principles and values. It serves as a sanctuary, providing stability and strength in times of external chaos. By cultivating an inner citadel, we develop the capacity to remain grounded and composed regardless of external circumstances. This inner resilience allows us to navigate life's storms with grace and fortitude, upholding our values and principles even in the face of adversity. The foundation of this citadel is virtue, the only true good according to Stoicism. Virtue encompasses qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It is through the cultivation of these virtues that we achieve moral excellence and true freedom. Virtue is the bedrock upon which a meaningful and fulfilling life is built, providing a steady source of guidance and strength. Wisdom enables us to make sound decisions, guided by reason and insight. Courage empowers us to face our fears and challenges with bravery. Justice ensures that we act with fairness and integrity towards others. Temperance fosters balance and self-control, enabling us to resist excess and maintain harmony. Together, these virtues form a robust framework for living a principled and virtuous life. As we integrate these principles into our daily lives, we begin to experience a profound transformation. We cultivate an inner landscape of peace and resilience, unshaken by external circumstances. We build relationships based on mutual respect and support, letting go of those that hinder our growth. We embrace life's impermanence with gratitude and presence, savoring each moment as a precious gift. And above all, we anchor ourselves in virtue, the true north that guides us towards a life of excellence and fulfillment. By adopting these Stoic practices, we not only enhance our own well-being but also inspire those around us. Our example becomes a beacon of rationality, courage, and compassion, illuminating the path for others to follow. In a world often dominated by chaos and uncertainty, the principles of Stoicism offer a timeless and powerful guide to living a meaningful and liberated life. If you found this message empowering, I invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to bring valuable content to you and others seeking to live their best lives. Together, let's embark on this journey of self-discovery and growth, embracing the wisdom of Stoicism to create a life of true freedom and inner peace. Thank you for watching.